We are here to discuss the Model Tenancy Act, which has been recently promulgated by the Center. This act basically tries to regulate renting matters between landlords and tenants. This act has brought into force for constituting a rent authority, a rent court, and a rent tribunal. It is a yardstick for other states to adopt or to amend. There is no compulsion on state governments to adopt this act. If a state government particularly wishes to adopt, it is also free to modify it to ensure that it links to its personal usage of each state. This act also does away with previous practice of oral tenancies. No tenancies can now be created by merely oral arrangements or oral understanding. Any tenancy created after this act being brought into force will have to be by a written agreement. This act also incorporates a rent authority by virtue of which the landlord and tenant have to approach this rent authority and submit the agreement that they have executed. This act also tries to bring into a certain aspect of commercial discussions between parties. It gives a cap on security deposits. Landlord cannot take security deposits of more than 2 months rent for residential, 6 months rent for commercial. Also, what is tried to be done under this act is the rent authority has been given wide powers to discuss and debate and also adjudicate upon minor issues which the tenants landlord face. Say, for example, if there are a couple of landlords and if there are disputes between these landlords and the tenant has no idea as to who is that one person who the rent needs to be deposited, the tenant can approach the rent authority and seek an order, and basis that order it can deposit the money with such landlord as the rent authority directs. This act also tries to bring in a certain element of speedy redressal by formulating a separate rent tribunal and a rent court, which would only and only hear matters relating to disputes between landlords and tenants. This act does not destabilize any existing arrangements created under the earlier laws which were prevalent in each of the respective states. Any disputes that arise for any existing tenancies which were created prior to this act, after coming into force of this act, those disputes would go under the new dispute resolution mechanism provided under the new act. That is, first approaching the rent court, and if one is aggrieved by the order of the rent court within 30 days, to apply to the rent tribunal. The act also provides for certain aspects on grounds under which a landlord can seek eviction. If a tenant fails to pay rent for a period of 2 consecutive months, or the tenant has misused property, or the tenant has made any structural changes, or if the landlord wishes to repair, reconstruct, or redevelop the building, it can approach the tenant for vacating. If the tenant does not vacate, the landlord has the opportunity to approach the rent court and seek an eviction, and the rent court is provided with wide powers and has a timeline within which it needs to adjudicate upon these disputes.